Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended. We are back on Ragnarok. I'm kind of on kid duty, so I don't know exactly how this is going to go here. That's also why I don't have my green screen up again. But I wanted to play a little bit, and I figured why not attempt to at least stream some of it. But anyways, it is an early morning. We got our coffee going. I've only slept like, I don't know, 5 hours before my kids woke me up. But that's okay. So we're going to do one kind of, I mean, if you guys were watching yesterday, it's not that exciting, but I think I'm going to go back to the ice cave one more time because, as you can see, that Pteranodon that was randomly in the boss, like right next to the boss battle at the end of that cave, for some reason there was a PT in there. It was a 140, and it seemed like the most random thing to do while we were trying to get an artifact and kill a boss. So we tamed it up, but now the problem is I didn't wait for it, so it's stuck in there. So I think we're going to go back to the cave. Just for the sake of, I mean, running it one more time, we can get some more loot, and then getting that PT back. I'm also just curious, I guess, to see if it's less broken. Like yesterday, it seemed very broken. There was none of the ice worms other than like the boss. The boss was there, but like I remember running across them like on the way, and there was definitely none of that. It was strange. It was the first time I did it on an ASE, so I don't know. Maybe something's just different, but. We are going to go check that out again. I did a really bad job of putting my gear away yesterday, so I don't know where all my stuff is. Got rifle there. Guess I could do some form of pulling, I guess. Bullets. Oh no. Rifle ammo. Oh, maybe I don't have any more rifle ammo. Definitely need to work on that. So at this point, it's not really worth taking the long neck rifle because I don't even have anything to shoot with it. So let's put that away. So after I do this, like I said, I'm going to start out with something kind of... Oh, I do have a couple on me already. Never mind. After I do that, I am going to come back and focus on resource gathering and building my base. So that part is probably not going to be so exciting. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, being on kid duty, I might jump off stream at some point, but... I don't know, as long as they're chill and stuff, maybe I will stay on. But it won't be the most exciting thing. Jelena, what's going on? It won't be the most exciting thing because, like I said, I literally will be gathering resources for a lot of it. But, again, I figured, I guess, in case somebody wants to watch it, we'll live stream as much as I can, even during that boring section of it. But, again, we are going to go to the cave first again because I want to get that PT back. Right now, I'm just going to repair a few things if I can. I don't even know if I'll be able to because I don't have a lot of resources. I'm actually kind of... That's why I said I need to come back and do some resource gathering. But that stuff on. Alright. Good morning, Jelena. How are you? Grab a flyer to get ourselves over there. And maybe we'll bring, I think we used the Veil one last time. I think it got, actually, hold on. Our Veil win. Use you? Maybe we used you. I thought, yeah, maybe we did. I thought it was a lower level that we used. Alright, we'll grab you. Griffin to get over there. Yeah, I got my pickaxe right, because I need a pick. Nope, I did not. I need a pickaxe, because there's certain crystals and stuff that we need to break while we're doing it. Pickaxe. Are we missing anything? Do I have any more of the curry? Because that might be helpful. Hold in there. What about Enduro Stew? Times helpful. Go. Alright, plenty of food. We have water. With the curry, we got our cloth on. We have our pyromane. We have our wolves and our carch, which I'm going to try to do more on the wolves this time. I know we'll have zero issue doing it with the wolves, but I think I need like one or two more and to have them leveled up because I never got... let's actually do that right now. They might have some levels. I need probably like 6 of them maybe, and then have them all like mass leveled up, and I think they'd do perfectly fine because honestly that cave was not very hard. Again, I think you're meant to do it on foot. After somebody in the stream said that yesterday, I kind of remember that. Maybe that's why it felt easier, was because I was using tames. Although, again, the ice worms didn't even spawn on the way in there, which I know usually happens. So it was definitely easier than I think it was supposed to be. That. Archangel, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. Alright, let's go get that PT if we can and get some more loot. Get, I guess, a second artifact, which isn't a bad thing, because that way when we go to do the boss, we'll have an extra one. Because I always like one on display, so we'll still have one on display then. But we'll see. We'll see if it's as easy as it was yesterday. Maybe I'm jinxing myself here. We're gonna go in here and get our butt kicked. I don't know. Sorry to hear that. We'll hope you're a bit sick. Hope that means you're maybe getting a little bit better, but either way, hope you get better soon. Quets. They have some pretty good quets. Although I pulled up the I might actually pull it up in the stream here in a little bit, but I commented in our Discord. They actually had some pretty interesting incidents. It's really funny after my rant yesterday. I was using the solo farm mod, which I still like, and I think we'll still probably use because it's got a bit more functionality than what they're going to have anyways. But I was sitting there ranting about the Anki auto gathering last night and saying how, man, I'm so mad that, like, why do they slot cap it at the 50% and all that stuff? And then as soon as I said that, while I was saying that, they posted the community crunch, and in the community crunch, they're doing some QOL stuff, and one of the things was the Anki. They're not going to slot cap or like stop it from gathering resources at that 50% mark. So exactly what I was complaining about. As I was complaining about it, they were apparently telling us that they're going to change that. So that's cool. They're also adding some form of filter. Again, I don't think it'll be as powerful as it is in the solo farming mod, but it does sound like they're doing something. So there's going to be some form of filter that will allow you to tell like your Anki to like only pick up metal so that it's not picking up a bunch of rock and whatever else. You're going to pick up what you want it to pick up. I don't think there was no notes to like making the gathering more reliable. That's the only thing that, again, I think I'd still end up preferring the solo farming mod, because the Anki, again, the Anki and the Doed and the Beaver, I mean, they're good for auto farming, but they're just not always. Sometimes their hitbox on the node is really weird, and you spend more time flying around trying to like figure out where to hit it than actually gathering the resources. So I don't know if that is going to be changed at all. It was not in the notes, so that might still be the case, that the solo farming mod is still the way to go, just because it makes hitting the nodes a lot easier. But it is cool. I mean, again, it's just hilarious that I was talking about it last night. Like I said, literally as I was talking about it, there was notes that said they were changing it, so that's pretty cool. They're also changing it to where you can breed the Phoenix, which is pretty cool. I've never really spent too much time like taming Phoenix, because they're just not, without being able to breed them and everything else. Like, I don't know. I know they're cool. I think they make black pearl. They like poop black pearls or something like that, right? I just, without being able to breed them, I don't know. It's not like I would have used them a lot, so I just never did it. But now that we'll be able to breed them, I will definitely have to go find some Phoenix, breed those up when the time comes. So yeah, some exciting changes there. I think there was a couple other things in the notes. That's why I said I'll pull up the thing in a little bit here so we can look at patch note. Okay, we go down. We're gonna go that way, I think. Let's see how you guys do against the cave bears. Yesterday when we were in here, the cave bears weren't actually very high level, so it wasn't too hard. But let's see what they are today. Oh, 270. This one's a little bit spicier. Although we still tore those things up. That was easy. The problem will be the health on the wolves. They don't have any saddles or anything like that. So I could see us getting pretty bloody, and that's where I do have a Karch, so we can always switch it out. Boomer, what's going on, brother? It is early. My kids that's why I had to go to bed last night. I was like, I know my kids are gonna get me up. Sure enough, my son was rolling in my room, 5 hours after I went to bed. T25, what's going on, brother? Breed the Phoenix, so yeah, although I still haven't been able to tame one yet. Well, I've tamed like one or two over the years, but I never spent too much time, because again, if you can't breed them, I was too scared to use them then. I didn't like take them out and do anything with them, so it was kind of pointless. But now that I can breed them, I think that'll be pretty cool. Or well, once you can breed them, like so, those are upcoming notes, so I don't think it's available yet. But eventually, you will be able to breed the Phoenix whenever they do that QOL update. There are drops down here before we make our way up. But it's going good, T25. How are you? Yeah, for anybody that just joined, we're doing two things at the moment, and I'm also on kid duty, so there's a very good chance I might get pulled away, so I apologize if that happens. But what we're doing, I wish I could get some more normal shotguns. I keep getting those, whatever they're called, like the, what are these even called? I don't even ever use them. Just the normal shotgun, like I want the fabricated shotgun. Picky. I don't know, maybe it's actually good. To be fair, especially if it's a boosted one, maybe it's not that bad. I've just never, I don't think I've like ever used one of these. I always go straight to the fabricated one, whatever they're called. If you want to name my pyro main, you can. I will tell you it's not a good one, so I won't be it's just the only pyro main I have so far, but it's literally only level 73 after leveling it up a ton. So it'll eventually not be used, but feel free to give it a name. It's a female pyro if you got a name for it. Again, save any good name. You can wait till I have a better pyro main. But feel free to shoot your name over if you want this one. But yeah, two things we're going to be doing today. Flare. Okay, let's do that real quick. We're running this cave again for loot, and then also because I tamed a random PT was like in the artifact room, which was very strange. So, oh, why did I put you away? On my shoulder. Actually, I'm not freezing, which is strange. I know I got fur on, but it's usually really cold in here. But we're still going to put you on for extra protection. Alright, let's go. But yeah, we're going to be running this cave for loot drops, just to see if it's any different than it was yesterday. It was actually strangely easy yesterday, so we're going to see if that's the same thing today. And then Ember. Yeah, I like Ember. I think I might have used that before, but I would totally use that again. But I do need, like you said, I'll use that on a better one. But I like I said, I'm going to the end because I have that PT that I tamed up. I didn't finish the tame, so I left it in here. So now I have to come back and grab it. Missing a wolf? Yeah. The wolf struggles a little bit to get around this cave, it seems like. Usually don't have too many issues, but I did have some yesterday. It kind of seems like I'm having the same thing. Honestly, so high wattage, the weird thing was I had a very easy time doing this yesterday. Like there wasn't much that spawned. I don't know if it's something with our server or if it's something with ASA, because yesterday was the first time I ran this cave on ASA, and it was like none of those death worms. I had the boss death worm thing at the end, but none of the see ya, boomer. None of the normal, like when you're running through the cave, I know there's supposed to be death worms that pop up, or ice worms, and none of those popped up. So I don't know, again, if it's my server or if it's ASA, but it was super, super easy. And I had a carch, so I was actually very well prepared, but I honestly didn't want it to be that easy. I was a little bit bummed that it was so easy. I mean, again, surprise. I mean, not that this is warm, but it's 1 degree Fahrenheit right now. I don't know what that is in Celsius if you use that, but I'm being in the U.S. here, I always switch it to Fahrenheit. So it's 1 degree, so it's pretty cold, but it's not as cold as I thought it was. I was thinking it was gonna be more almost like the murder snow, but yeah, it's not too bad in here. I should say I do have a decent amount of fortitude though, and I have fur and all that stuff, but it's not enough. Like when you're in the murder snow, it's not enough. I still freeze there, and I have the pyro main on my shoulder, so I have a lot of things helping me out. But it is definitely got a little weird texture flicker. Definitely not as cold, like I said, as the murder snow area. At least not yet. Maybe when we get deeper in the cave. I know there's a couple sections you gotta like swim through the water. That's gonna be quite a bit colder. Around the camper, but yeah, there's sleepy arts. There's quite a few quite a few drops in this cave, and again, like I was just saying, whether it's ASA or it's just a problem with mine, it seems like it's very I think it might be ASA, not your server. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It seems very light on the spawns right now, so not very difficult. For all of the loot that you can get in this cave, it is very easy. Although I keep getting these normal shotguns too. Like I was just saying earlier, I'd like to get like the better shotgun. Yeah, it gives you some sort of heat buff, so it can keep you warm, which is very helpful on this map. Again, for the murder snow especially. I don't know what's better, the Pyromane or the Otter, because I was using an Otter too. Maybe they're both good, but yeah, Jelena, there's tons of drops, and like I said, it's honestly not that. It should be a harder cave, but for some reason it's not. It's actually a very easy cave for some reason. I kind of hope that changes. I don't like when things are too easy. But right now it is a great opportunity because it's not very difficult. We run through here. Tons of drops. I'm probably even missing some. Infernum, what's going on? How are you? So for anybody, if you've never run this, oh, look at my timing. Did somebody just run this? It just told me that the ice. Oh, maybe it just warns you when I get to this part of the cave. It told me that the Ice Queen's available. I don't know if somebody just ran that or what, but 309 flat gauntlets, nice. Hyper, what's going on, brother? All right, I'm gonna try to just do this with the wolves this time. Like I said, the only issue will be health. I know we have the damage to do it, but I'm not sure if their health will make it through all of these dire bears. Unless they come one at a time like this. That's actually pretty easy. Yeah, there you go. And why are some of these so low level? Again, not very difficult. Can we tame the high level? No, I don't. Usually you can't. I mean, I haven't necessarily tried on this map yet, but usually no. Usually the high level cave ones are untamable. You're pregnant with a Reaper, nice. Sometimes you can, Brandon. It's very rare, and I don't know if it's just certain maps, but like for instance on Extinction, again, maybe that's just an exception, but on Extinction there are some, and it's just some mantis that are in the desert cave that you can tame, which is strange. And then of course there's like dung beetles and stuff in certain caves on different maps you can tame. So there is sometimes stuff you can tame in here. And as I'm saying, the whole reason I'm coming back in here is there was randomly a 140 PT in here. I don't think it was supposed to be in here, but it was in here, and so I tamed it. That's actually why we're coming back in here today. Is I'm gonna go get the PT that I randomly tamed yesterday. Yeah, see, like those wolves are looking a little bit bloody. Another bear. Is there a drop in here with the bear? No, this is the way forward. Look at that bear just like chilling there looking at me. Let's go the other way then first. I think that might be the... Yeah, this is the right way to the artifact. So maybe this is... Oh, well, maybe not. Wait a second. This way is to the artifact then. I thought it was this one. This is just a loot... Oh, I remember. There's like a dead body in here somewhere, and then I think there's a chance for a drop maybe. Let's go deeper in. Let's just kill this bear real quick because he's staring at me and I don't like it. Oh, I can't. Are you... Wait, are you... I don't understand. Like, they do have frozen creatures, like, as... Remember you could tame over level dio bears I could tame if they had babies. You can tame higher level babies, that you're saying? They have frozen, like, points of interest type creatures in this cave, but they usually look frozen. This one... I mean, I guess maybe it's still decoration, but he doesn't look... Well, do you get what I'm saying? It's weird that they did this then and didn't make him look icy. Like, they make a lot of the other things look icy. That's why I thought this one was real. I didn't think, I thought he was just stuck in the wall or something. Maybe he's recently frozen. I don't know. But yeah, there used to be like a body back here. Is it still... I see stuff, but I don't see... Whoa, then there used to be like a buried, like a frozen dude back here. I don't know. I mean, I see a sleeping bag and stuff, but I thought they're... Look up. Do I go up there? Is that like a spot that I should go? Is there loot up there or something? No. It's definitely a jump scare, like I said, because since he's not frozen, I thought I'll look up by the bear. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, that's funny. There's a bear stuck there too. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just surprised they didn't make him look icy, but that's okay. All right, so I guess yes, it's just there to scare you, I guess. Interesting. Come on. Saw a body. Yeah, I saw a body in the cave too, but it wasn't in that spot. It must be somewhere else. So I think the whole, like, I don't know, on official servers, can you still, from what, I don't know, Killers, it might have even been you that said this, on official servers you still can't mount anything in here because you can't uncryo. So I think the intention is that you're supposed to do this on foot, which again might explain why it was so easy for me. Can I get through here? I'm not gonna say I'm gonna commit to fully doing that because this is my second time running and I just want to get to the PT, but let's do this on foot for a second. Especially I'm curious to see if we run into any worms while we're on foot, because we did not run into any worms when we were, yeah, there's the body, there's the frozen dude right there. I did not run into any worms yesterday, which was strange. Another dude. Is there the other way for a minute? Drop down in that hole, maybe. I'll one day have this memorized, especially if it stays as easy as it is. I'll be in here quite often just to get the basically free drops, but I didn't go down here yesterday, did I? That I'm mainly down here to go grab that Pterodon. Yeah, like there should be ice worms here, maybe. Yeah, the Pyromane can help. Yeah, like why? Again, makes this super simple right now. Want some easy loot? I definitely recommend coming here then at the moment because it's super simple. I know I'm 100% probably passing drops and stuff. I remember this one. I think, right? Is this where the little hole is? If there's something in here. Although yesterday there wasn't even one in here. LMS Echo Tactics. No, this is a community cluster that I host for Patreon and Twitch subscribers. Encumbered. Don't need the loot right now. Drop. No drop in here. No, there's definitely a handful of mods on this. We have different, some of them are just like visual cosmetic-y type stuff, but then we also have like Dino Depot, vanilla with sprinkles, a few other things that give us some quality of life. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Archangel. It's like it's very easy right now. Like this whole area, there's supposed to be ice worms that can like come under the ground, like the ice worms that pop out, kind of like the sandworms or whatever, the death worms. Yeah, not a lot of drops either in some of these drop spots. Thank you for the follow too. I do appreciate that. Yeah, something's definitely weird. Like I mean, there's been a decent amount of drops here, so I don't want to say there's like none, but definitely like appears to be issues with the drops and clearly the spawns, because like very easy. Wait, oh, I cryoed on them. Say, what did I do with my wolves? But how is TikTok algorithm like you playing this game? I do pretty well. I mean, I don't want to say pretty, like I'm still a small streamer, but I only leave TikTok. Honestly, TikTok annoys me a bit just because of its the TikTok studio issues and some other things that I don't love about it compared to YouTube and Twitch. But I only keep it because I do get more people on TikTok than I ever do the other platforms. So it does do pretty good for me. Like it is where everybody finds me. Like even if they moved to TikTok, or sorry, if they moved to Twitch or YouTube, they came from here. So I do like keeping it in the mix because I do feel like I find more people find me here than any other platform. I need to go back the other way. Kind of remember from yesterday, but I was looking if there was a drop or something in here. Nope. And it very much depends on the day. Like some days I'm flying and have quite a few people in and out. Other days are kind of slow, but TikTok is definitely where basically anybody new comes from the TikTok side. Yeah, 100%. That's what I said. Like I like Twitch and YouTube better for the platform itself, but if I only streamed there, I don't think I would, like, no new people would ever come, I don't think. Or very few would. Maybe some would, but it'd be very few and far between. Alright, I think we're going to try using just the direwolves this time. They may die just because of their health. Put that back on the book. They might die because of their health, but I do have the arch if we realize that if we find out that we need it. I am, yeah, I do. I multi-stream. Just to help exposure, and also I like the recordings, like you record obviously on like Twitch and YouTube. You get, well, I mean it records it on TikTok too, but it does it obviously in the vertical format or whatever. I like having it recorded in the horizontal. Why do I always struggle to get past this spot? But you just have to wait till it comes to you. Is that what happened yesterday? No, because I can run there. Get you guys to go over there? Yeah, you can do it by yourself. You just don't like doing it when I'm guiding you. Go. Alright, let's watch our health. Okay, maybe I can get behind you. Does that help? But we will pull out the cartridge if we find we need it. But I want to see if the wolves are strong enough to do this on their own. Yeah, like look at how bloody that thing is. Again, the intention is to do it on foot. So I mean, I think that's why it feels easy, because I'm used to creatures. But like, yeah, that was super simple. All right, 4 more drops, and then we're gonna go get. Yeah, they did perfect. Again, I think it's meant to be on foot. We'll have to run this on foot with like some of the other members of the cluster. Oh, look at that, Ascendant Dinotherium saddle blueprint. Nice. We'll have to run it with some others, do it on foot the right way. Although again, hopefully they start spawning in those death worms. It's not as exciting without the death worms. So Not so heavy. Oh, I don't have my backpack on. Oh, I didn't even bring... Oh, I did. Okay. That's why I feel so heavy. I don't have the backpack mod on. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about with the bears. Like, I would have thought the bears looked frozen like these other creatures. But for some reason, they look very alive. Titan, got some fur, glove, blueprint. So okay. Saddle, Pelargonus saddle. Ooh. That. Take it. One more drop, and then we'll go get our PT that you guys can see where it was just chilling for some reason. Sniper blueprint. I think that's, oh, nice. All that time on, what map? Aberration, I was trying to get a Megalosaurus. Oh, good blueprint. Sorry, tired. A little sleep. And look at this. We get one very quickly on Ragnarok. How on earth did a stego? Maybe the ice... I think my theory is the ice worm... The ice worm sucked him up. Yeah, I know. A Diplo's pretty damn big. So is a stego for that matter. Sucked him up and then brought him back and regurgitated him in the cave. That's my theory. But also, how did a sleeping Giga get here? That's a better question. For anybody that hasn't been here yet, there's randomly a sleeping Giga back here too, just to, again, jump scare you, I guess. It doesn't ever wake up, don't worry. At least I don't think it does. Like, you can punch it, and nothing really happens. But yeah, there we go. Got the artifact. The second... Our second, the same artifact, but we've gotten this one twice now. So we have two of these. It feeds the babies. Oh yeah, it's baby food. You're right. When they wake up, the babies feed on it. Right. But yeah, this PT was randomly in this part of the cave for some reason. So when we were in here yesterday, I decided to tame it. So there we go. We got our random PT cave tame. All right, easy peasy. Now on to, again, we're just going to do some resource gathering. So it's not going to be as exciting. Not that this was that exciting since there was barely any creatures in here, but more of an adventure. I'm going to be doing a lot of resource gathering, which is not as exciting, but feel free to stick around and hang out if you guys want to. I don't know. It's just chilling in there. MF, yeah, a lot of big things in here. Thank you for the gift. I do appreciate that. And I think I got another gift earlier, so whoever sent that over, thank you very much, guys. Do appreciate it. Is it in a coma? Yeah, I think so. Coffee to wake up. Yeah, and this used to be, we were talking about it yesterday, but it used to be that at the end of this cave and the beginning of this cave, there was like a frozen waterfall that you had to pickaxe to get through it, but they changed that for some reason. Now it's water. But what they did on this side is they created like a kind of like a world barrier, so you can't sneak in the back door here. You have to go the right way. You'll see that here in a second. It looks like that. Actually, that might have been there before too. Even with the frozen waterfall, there might have been the barrier there. But now, yeah, now that's the only thing that's kind of keeping it out of there. I wonder what it's dreaming about. You know how to breed using Dino Depot. You can't like breed in Dino Depot, but what you can do is it's kind of same as the other terminal. So you can breed outside. You can set a terminal up to automatically, if you put a Oviraptor in it, you can have it automatically pick up fertilized or unfertilized eggs, and then you can have it automatic. What did I just? Oh, melee robust, level 3. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted there. You can have it pick up the eggs. You can have it incubate the eggs, and then what I usually do then is I have one terminal that's set to pick up the eggs and incubate the eggs, and then when a fully incubated egg is dropped out of the terminal, it'll hatch it, because it also has, the terminal itself has a little bit of like a, I don't know, insulation bonus is the right word, but like a temperature bonus. But if you drop the egg right next to it, it'll like hatch it. So then you can instantly hatch it. And then what I usually do is have another terminal that I set it up to pick up our auto capture babies. You have to have cryo or the dino balls in there, or it won't pick them up. But if you have dino, like a stack of dino balls in there, have it automatically pick up. When you drop the baby from the one and have it picked up, and there's a dino ball in it, it'll automatically pick up the baby. And then you can just filter through the babies in there and take out the ones you want to actually raise, kill the ones that you don't want to raise. Hopefully that makes sense. I am going back to my base here shortly, so if it didn't, if that wasn't very clear, I could actually show you kind of how I have it set up. But definitely always, when you set one of those terminals down, check the settings, because there's a lot of different settings that you can tweak with them. Like if you want the babies to poop, if you want, yeah, and that's the Dino Depot terminal for anybody that, if you're not sure what I was talking about there. We have Dino Depot on our server, and the terminal does some pretty cool stuff. It's a little overpowered, but for a community cluster, it's not a bad thing. Like, I wouldn't use it in a single player, like a YouTube series or whatever, but for the community cluster, it's kind of a nice quality of life thing. It does passive generation too, so like if you have certain creatures that do create stuff, like bees that make honey, acatinas that make, you know, polymer and cementing paste, if you put those in the terminal and you set it to do passive production, it'll actually just keep producing those items too. And the benefit too is you actually don't need to even keep the dino fed. It does not drain food while it's in the terminal. So again, very OP, but for a community cluster, again, not a bad thing. But yeah, here are the terminals. So like for instance, this one, if you go to settings, all I have this one doing is passive production. I have poop generation and fertilizer distribution, and that's because I have dung beetles in here. Or sorry. Wait, I don't have dung beetles. I have a dung beetle somewhere. There it is. The dung beetle's in this one. So I have these on poop generation, and the dung beetle's doing its thing. So what happens is all the creatures that are in here will create poop. The dung beetle will create the fertilizer from it and the oil. And then you can also set the terminal to automatically dispense the fertilizer to nearby crop plots. So that all happens automatically. And here you can see, again, I have acatina in here. I have bees. So you can see it's slowly generating honey, cementing paste, polymer. So very powerful. And then on these two, these are the ones I was talking about earlier. I have this one set to incubate eggs and search for eggs. And again, you have to have an oviraptor in here for it to work. But here we go. I have an oviraptor in here, and you can see it's picking up all the eggs that are on the ground. All of these have already been incubated all the way down to 0. So all I have to do is drop them out. And you can hear them all hatching. And then what you can hear, that little chime afterwards, is because I have this terminal right next to it is set to auto capture babies. So this one is collecting the babies. See here, and again, you have to make sure you have dino balls or crystal in here. You can do raw crystal and it'll turn it into dino balls, but make sure you have extra dino balls in here. They'll pick up all the babies, and then you can just kind of go through here and take a look at them and decide if you want to kill them, pull them out, raise them, do whatever you want to. Don't have to have an. Maybe does for some. Does it actually? Is it actually doing it though? It's not supposed to let you do that. It requires dino balls for capture, and an oviraptor must be placed for egg pickup. It can pick up babies, like the babies in this one are picked up, but it's not supposed to pick up eggs off the ground. It can generate eggs within them if you have creatures in it, but if like an egg drops outside, it's not supposed to pull it unless you have an oviraptor in it. But maybe something's broken. Ben, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Any crop plot, or does it have to be? No, I think it's any crop plot. Yeah, I don't think. Let me see if I can actually see the settings. I can't remember how I get to the admin stuff. I actually. Oh, maybe it's not even here. It might not even be here because I set it to only do the INI settings, so it's doing it via INI settings. Yeah, no, I knew that high wattage, but I thought I had it set that way that it required the overaptor. Because again, it's overpowered, but I like to at least keep some of the things in place. So like that's a pretty easy requirement to like throw an overaptor in here. So I did intend on leaving that. So either it's broken or maybe I misconfigured it. I'll have to check. But yeah, we have all that stuff going, and I also did just do some normal beehives because again, I like to do things the normal way too. But I also did this via the Castle Keeps and Fort. I have not used this before, so I don't actually even know how it functions. Apiary will be produced via consumption. Oh yeah, so you get a bee, you put down the apiary thing, you put a beehive inside of it, and it starts like creating the colony. Takes a little bit of time, but then it creates the colony, and now at this point, I think it'll just, as long as we have rare flowers in it, it'll work probably just like the normal hive does. I kind of think, though, the benefit of this would be I don't think it breaks, because obviously I didn't have any rare flowers in here, and, like, it's not losing health. So maybe it's okay to, like, turn it into this, and then you could still use it. The other cool thing is it says it... Hold on. The consumption of rare flowers, honey production is boosted by nearby fruitlings. So if there's crops next to it, it's going to boost the honey generation, too. Maybe that happens with the normal ones. I don't know. I just never knew that, or it doesn't do it, one of the two. But that's part of Castles, Keeps, and Forts. Oh, okay, all right. Hyper just said he was wrong. It is generating the eggs from dinos that are in it. So yeah, so if you're doing fertilized, you can't. I don't think it can generate fertilized eggs, so you'd have to do that outside. You'd have to have the overaptor to pick up the fertilized eggs, and then drop them, and then have a terminal that picks up the hatched babies. If that all makes sense. Did you have to trap the griffin to tame it or not? Daniel, I did, just because we already had traps available. One of the community members put a trap, like a very heavily populated griffin area. I have tamed them without it, but no, this time around I did it with a trap that was already there. Show me the pics. Thanks for the follow. I think Spence, I already said thank you, but thank you again. I do appreciate all you guys. What was I in the middle of doing? So again, my big thing is I need to build. I really like these lights too. These are from Castles, Keeps, and Forts. I think they look really cool, and I can't really show it off right now because it's too bright out. But I was complaining about how I love the oil lamps from Bob's Tall Tales, but they like don't have a very good range. When you step like this far away, they don't you don't see the actual light until you get closer, and then it kind of pops up. At least yesterday, I was like way over here, and it seemed like I could see like the full light, so that was pretty cool. What's burning on your shoulder? That's a pyromane. It is one of the newer. I mean, it's been out for quite a while now, but it's one of the Fantastic Tames DLCs. It was the first one that came out. Very cool creature because it keeps you warm. As you can see, it changes between being a shoulder pet and you ride it, and because it's on fire, in its inventory, if you put meat in it, or like harvested meat, how do I get to it? It'll actually cook the meat for you. So you have like a campfire on the go. It's very cool. What did I miss there? T25 with Griffin's name. Griffin doesn't have a name. Again, this isn't going to be a permanent one, but this is a pretty good one. So I will ride this one for a while. This is a female, so feel free to shoot a name over. Like I said, I'm going to do some more breeding. There's a lot of new, if you haven't played King, or like if you don't know a lot of the new like creatures they've been doing in ASA, there's quite a few. Because you have the Pyromane, you have a Dreadmare, which is like this cool eerie, or what's the right word? Ethereal, that's not the right word, I don't think. Spectral, like a spectral horse type thing that flies. That's a very cool creature. There's a new one here. There's two new ones here. There's like this Arctic Fox thing. There's these little Drakelings that sit on your shoulder and do a bunch of cool things. I don't know. There's tons of new cool stuff. Swifter, Aurelia, Swift Claw, Thunderstrike, Cloud Jumper. We're gonna do. Let's do Swift Claw. Is Swift Claw, is that from Harry Potter? Well, what's the? No, maybe not. What's the Griffin's name in Harry Potter? Thank you for the follow, King. Appreciate that. And there's more than that. I'm probably missing some, but there's a lot of pretty nifty creatures that they've added in. The claw's been named there. Yeah, like I said, I honestly need to do some grinding. Although this is a unique little, a nice little starter shack of sorts, and I have the nice pen for breeding and stuff, which I've been doing tons of breeding in here. It's not up to my buckbeak. That's it. Yeah, buckbeak. It's not up to my usual standards. Anybody that's watched me play on the other maps in the cluster or any of my other like previous playthroughs, I like building like kind of big, extravagant builds of sorts. I'm not like amazing. There's definitely far better builders out there, but I think I come up with some pretty cool stuff. I just have not taken the time to do it yet on this map. I've been very into just going around getting the tames. But I have tons of tames. I have karchas, I have wyverns, I have all sorts of things. And this is my house, which again, very functional. I mean, it does everything I need it to do, but it's very small. I'm running out of storage. I literally have 2 storage boxes and like a smithy. That's where I've been storing like everything. I don't even have a refrigerator here yet, so definitely need to expand. I haven't focused on it. Well, thank you. Glad you still like it. I said this yesterday, but if anybody wasn't here, I'm going to show you guys kind of what I'm thinking. What I want to do is I want to try to bridge this gap. I don't know if I'm going to be able to without having to do pillars all the way down, which I don't want to do. That's going to look really ugly. I know I could maybe do like a cliff platform or something, but I'm also, if I don't have to, my hope is that a foundation of some sort on like this little lip and this little lip, I'm hoping that's close enough to not need anything in the middle, which I kind of think it's going to be. I'm just not 100% sure until we go to do it. But my hope is to have some sort of castle-y build, because we're going to be using castles, keeps, and forts, and it's just very fitting of Ragnarok. But I want to have like part of it on the left side of that, part of it on the right side, have them like joined together in the middle. So like part of the base or some form of the base is floating, and then there's like 2 big sections of it on each side. And then like past it, I can do like I'll probably leave this structure. Maybe I'll change it a little bit, but like I'll leave this as still like a breeding stables of some sort. I'll probably turn the house just into a bigger stables once that time comes, because I won't need the house itself. So I'll probably open that up kind of like this piece is and just make it more of a stables to put more creatures in. I don't know what, maybe I'll build some other little random buildings outside the castle. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll separate like functionality. Like we'll make like a spot to do all my cooking stuff, maybe like a crafting area, storage area. I don't know. I want to make like a few different buildings because I have a pretty good flat space up here that I feel like we can make a couple cool things like across this whole flat area. I think this is a ramp, so I could do some little gated entrance like right down there. Have a couple buildings along the way. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Archangel. I definitely think I'll be able to find a way. I'm just, like I said, my only question was I don't know if this gap is too, but it doesn't look like this is not a very big gap. I think with foundation support on both sides of this, I think I'll be able to bridge this. So I think we're going to be okay. I just, again, I haven't done it, so I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to start by just trying to bridge this gap, make sure that I can even do it, and then as long as I can, then I'll like build off of that. Like I don't want to start my build somewhere else and then attempt to come over here and bridge the gap because it might not work. But yeah, I'll try to do some really dumb structure just to make sure I can even get across this, like make a bridge of some sort to begin with, and then we'll turn that into like a bigger base of some sort. So I don't know. I think it could be cool. I just got to like spend a lot of time focusing on it. It's going to take a lot of resources, a lot of time. I don't ever really pre-plan very well. I kind of just wing it. So I don't know if you any bit of it that I stream might be kind of boring because I do a lot of like put down and pick up and put down and pick up. But that's what my intention is. That's what we're gonna do. And yeah, I just need to get to, like I said, collecting resources for the most part because have not been doing that. I've been neglecting that. Again, I've tamed all sorts of creatures, and I've done my first cave, but my house is still very tiny little house. Again, it gets the job done, but it's very tiny. All right, on that note, real quick, I am going to go take a break just for a minute here. I want to go check and see. I think both my kids are probably up now. My wife's up. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to be back in a few minutes, but just give me a minute here, and I will return to do some resource gathering. So see you guys in a minute.
present in the distance. So you think we're never coming back, scoring points for passion and persistence. Between the lines and the highway lies the danger and the safety. You never thought this was gonna last. I always knew you'd never take it back. I always knew. I know it seems like we're never coming back. I know it feels like we're never coming back. You tried your best and you knew it wouldn't last. They were the words that you placed on our casket. I know it seems like we're never coming back. I know it feels like we're never coming back. You tried your best and you knew it wouldn't last. They were the words that you placed on our casket. Between the sadness and the smile lies the flicker of the fire. You always said this never hurt you. I always said you were a liar. With all the towers and the wires, there still lies a little silence. Two lights in one connection. One voice likes emotion now. I always knew. I know it seems like we're never coming back. I know it feels like we're never coming back. You tried your best and you knew it wouldn't last. They were the words that you placed on your casket. I know it seems like we're never coming back. I know it feels like we're never coming back. You tried your best and you knew it wouldn't last. They were the words that you placed on your casket. Instead of flowers like words that never mattered. Close it up, forget about the sadness. Close it up, forget about the sadness. He always said she should have tried crying, blaming him when she was lying down.
All right, welcome back. All right, like I said, I had to go check on the kids there for a little bit, but all right, we are back. And again, I am on kid duty, so they might yell for me, as I said earlier. And what's up, Cam? How are you doing? But okay, let's see here. I could really use to put down. Wish I had enough stuff for a vault. I think I might focus on making a vault real quick, just because I have so much stuff. Wait, that's not a fabricator. I have so much stuff, and I'm struggling to like. Well, hold on. I have 300 slots here. Let me just put it in the fabricator for now. Like, I'm struggling to even hold like the stuff that I'm literally holding right now. So I need to put all this stuff down so that I can go on some resource gathering runs. Okay. That stuff away. Can't put that anymore. Running out of space. Holidays begun for you yet? Yeah, I'm on. Well, so for the 4th of July, I did take this week off. So yes, I'm on vacation this whole week. I do have. I said this yesterday. I have like a little surgery thing I got to do next week. Not gonna be a lot of fun, but at the same time, it shouldn't be too bad. So I think I'll be able to stream hopefully quite a bit. I mean, my kids are off for summer, so I don't know. It's tough to say. I'm hoping I can stream quite a bit next week. Or this coming week here. I don't exactly know how it's gonna play out, but hopefully I can get some stuff done. I'd like to do some recording as well, so we'll see what I get done while I'm on my vacation there from work. I'll see. All you guys away. There's our new PT. Let's actually put you in the a little breeding terminal, because we breed you at some point. Oh, there's no room in here because of all the fertilizer. Just gonna drop some fertilizer real quick. I'm making so much fertilizer that it's kind of unnecessary right now. Look at all that, and my crop plots are already full because it already keeps it going. So, you know what? Let's just do this. I don't need any of it. Oh, I can't drop all that. Can't select the fertilizer and drop it. That's kind of annoying. doing this for a while. How do you breed an Oviraptor or novice? Oviraptor, I take it. I mean, it's the same as any other one. You have a male and female. You just put them on breeding next to each other. Make sure they're not following. Yeah, it shouldn't. I don't think there's anything special with it. Should drop an egg for you. Oh, tame. Okay, sorry. No worries. No worries at all. That's I was surprised. I was like, you know how to breed. You have to knock it out, so it's a knockout tame. It does not take very many shrinks, so be careful because it's also low on health. So literally like 1 dart, 2 darts usually knocks it down. And then once it's knocked down, you have to feed it eggs. So you have to have the bigger the egg, the better. But if you have a bunch of dodo eggs, that works too. But yeah, it eats eggs. They don't have to be fertilized. It can just be like a normal egg, but you got to put eggs. That's like its taming food. All right, I think we're pretty empty. Put this filling brew away too, because I don't need that. Yeah, I have Karch and stuff, but I don't even have a refrigerator. I don't have a chem. I don't have anything like that. Kind of been slacking on some of the normal stuff I usually do. Tariq, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but first off, hello, welcome to the channel. Our servers are set to PvP. However, we are very PvE oriented, so we just have it set that way because there's a couple settings that I don't like on the PvE. Angel, what is going on? How are you? I don't like that if you're doing OSD drops or element veins. I don't like that you can't damage them. It just makes them way too easy. So with PvP, you got to actually like strategically defend and protect them at the same time and make sure you're not eating them. So I like that setting. I like the whole, even though you can do it in the Dino Depot terminal, I like being able to kill my own babies that you're breeding. I know that sounds terrible, but for anybody that knows Ark, that's a very good way to get experience points, especially like on your existing tames, is you eat the babies that you're breeding or raising, and you can get a ton of levels that way. On PvE, you can't do that. You can't kill them. It's just like they're basically like they're like protected or whatever. What's the right word? Like friendly fire, basically. Even if friendly fire's on, you still can't kill the babies for some reason. So that's annoying. If you're trying to like go breed a Karcha, and you bring a baby in a cryopod and you throw it out, again, you can't kill it in PvE, so it's very annoying. So those are the main reasons that I changed it to PvP, but then also it is fun to just like do little pranks on each other, but like we're not supposed to totally raid each other. We're not supposed to steal stuff. You're not supposed to intentionally kill people's stuff. Like no point do I want anybody like making someone lose progress intentionally. I have rules to like if you do use turrets and stuff, try to remember to set those on wilds only so that the turrets aren't taking people out. So again, very PvE oriented, but with a little twist. You can have some fun along the way. If it ever becomes a problem, we'll probably change it back, but it's been good so far. Everybody that's in the server is good. Most people ally up anyway so that you don't have any issues. Killing the baby. Yeah, I know, T25. It does sound... Talking about Ark stuff, it probably does not sound good to anybody that doesn't know the Ark stuff. Oh, for sure, yeah. PvP on official is very toxic. Honestly, official servers in general are very toxic. Even PvE servers, people are pretty toxic. That's why I played many years of official servers way back in the day. I could not go back. Between the quality of life stuff you get on an unofficial server via like boosted rates and mods and stuff, and then yeah, just having like a closed environment with more a tighter knit group of people versus just random people that are always creating chaos is a lot better on the official side. All right, and I know I'm lollygagging. I love chatting. If anyone's new to the channel, this isn't new. I spend half my time running in circles talking to you guys because I do enjoy it, but I realize that I'm not really getting any. I'm gonna grab some resources. Let's do that. Let's grab. I do need eventually a better resource gatherers. My Anki, my Doed. and my beaver are all not very good. They get the job done, but they're not very good. So I could definitely use some better ones. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're in a mega tribe, I could see how it'd be fun. Like, I've never been in like a PvP mega tribe type scenario. I could definitely see it being fun, like doing your raids and stuff. But it's just, I don't know. It's just not my style. Like, I work all day. I have kids. Like when I get to come home and play games, like I like the relaxing parts. Like, I love the building. I love just breeding and taming and doing all that stuff. Like, I would not have as much fun if I was constantly either worried about or having like my base that I spent all that time on destroyed, or my stuff. Like, you spend all this time collecting resources and then somebody, like steals all your stuff. I personally wouldn't have that much fun doing that. I like doing events and stuff. Like, we've done a couple PvP events. We'll probably do some more. So like small events and stuff are fun. But like outright PvP is not really my style. Jace, what's going on? Yeah, we have the birthday events on right now, so we're getting some pretty crazy colors. Incited so many people, yeah. Yeah, again, I'm more of a PvE player for the most part. All right, let's go grab some metal. I think we're gonna use the solo farming mod. Actually, I'm gonna take this minute to pull up. Oh, what did I do with it? Hold on. I want to pull up the community crunch from yesterday, because I'm gonna use the farming mod. But anybody that was watching yesterday, I said a bunch of stuff about. I hate how the Ankies and all, like, you can do the auto farming, but it capped it at 50%. It's not very reliable. And some other things that I really like using the solo farming mod. And what was funny is, while I was saying that, the community crunch came out, and they actually are doing some quality of life changes that are going to do some of the things that I was complaining about yesterday. Where'd it go? I want to pull that up. Owl Griffin mod. I'll have to take a look. Yeah, T25. That's a new creature with the if you get the DLC for Lost Colony. Pull that up. Let me do wrong button. No, why can't I do this? There we go. Let me try something new that I don't ever do. Bam. Okay. There we go. On TikTok, I'm sorry, this might cut some stuff out just because of the view. But let's take a look at this together here real quick. So, community crunch. And don't worry, I'll read some of this because it might be, I know it's pretty small, hard to read. But anyways, welcome to another edition of Community Crunch. I don't need to read all this. This is just saying Summer Bash is coming back. So on July 2nd, which is just a few days away, I think that might be Monday or Tuesday. Or there you go, Wednesday. On Wednesday, the new Summer Bash will come out. So it's going to add a bunch of chibis and fun stuff like that it usually has. Event creatures, Slidey and Slippery Kairuku. I'm just going to say Penguin because I don't know how to say that. Kill to get popsicles to craft items from the event. So that's what you're going to do there. Event chibis, we got Ammonites. I will also go with Jellyfish on this one. Manta, Plessy, Straw Hat Otter. That sounds like it's going to be amazing. I really want that. And then whatever Deal With It Dodo means. So those are two chibis that'll be pretty cool to check out. We have the Festive Dino Candies, which will do probably the color and the movement speed again. A Shark Jaw Trophy, which will be interesting. They have these Fisherman Trophies, which sound pretty cool. I'd like to have those hanging up on the wall. Tons of swimsuits and stuff like usual. I'm not going to list all those. Sunglasses, the inflatable Rex costume coming back. Sun visor, firework hat. The shark costume again will be here if you didn't get it before. Looks like nothing really new. They have some other skins, like the grill can look like a barbecue grill. I don't remember. Oh, the cooler is for the... I don't know if that was a preserving bin or just a small box, but there's a cooler one too. So I don't know, a couple of those things that are in here. It looks like there's some new emotes. There's a sit one, which I think is really cool, especially if it leaves you sitting. That's something they should have had a long time ago. Just because, like, if you're... especially for streaming or content creation, there's a lot of times, like, I'd like to sit down. I've actually used a mod for that before. Kind of nice if that's there. This big, some sort of emote. The air guitar's coming back. a bunch of colors, of course. Just tells you how to start it. And then what I was talking about, let's get to the live ops update. This is what I was talking about. So the upcoming QOL patch. Let's read this just because there's quite a few cool things in here. We're planning to roll out a quality of life and balance patch next week with Summer Bash. It's packed with a wide range of improvements aimed at smoothing. Turn that music down real quick. Aimed at smoothing out day-to-day gameplay and introduces some fresh changes to meta along the way. On the QOL front, we'll be making good on some long-standing community requests. You'll be able to enable auto run. I've never really thought of this, but I guess that'd be helpful. I have heard other people comment on it before. From the action wheel and holding H, or sorry, on the action wheel from the action wheel, you can auto run. Holding H while wearing armor will show the durability of each piece. That seems pretty cool. For our farmers, so this is specifically what I was referring to. Ankies, Dodics, and Donkeys will let you choose a specific resource type to harvest. So if you're just after metal, for example, you won't have to constantly drop stone. So again, kind of like the solo farming mod, so I like that. Plus, this is what I was saying yesterday. Plus, the Anki and Dodic will keep auto harvesting past the current 50% max weight, even when held by a flyer to make it easier for solo farmers. That's huge. That is one thing that, I was literally just complaining about that yesterday. I was like, it makes no sense that they stop collecting if your Anki and your bird both have the weight to hold it. It's so frustrating that it just stops collecting at 50%. So they're changing that. So the only bummer is that it doesn't say anything about like making the harvesting more predictable. That's the only thing that might still make the solo farming mod better, or it will make me still use it. Is for anybody that doesn't know, the solo farming mod does some of this. It lets you go past 50%, so that was one of them. It does let you pick resources, probably with a bit more customizability, so that's probably still better too. Like you could pick, it's like a chart of all the resources, and you can pick specific ones to include or exclude. So you can actually make it very customized, which is probably going to be better still. And then the big thing, though, is it doesn't auto attack, where it just repeatedly attacks over and over and over and over again. It looks a little silly. It sounds a little silly. But it does make it very easy to harvest, because you can just fly around and hit stuff with ease. Whereas if anybody's done the whole... Oh, hold on. My son's coming down. 1 second. Oh, she's not, bud. I don't know. She's not down here, buddy. You gotta go find her. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, you have to fly up to the node like if you're trying to get metal. We're actually gonna do it. Actually, we'll just show it off right now. We're about to do that. Let me finish reading this, and then we're gonna go back to resource gathering. But anyways, hitting the nodes is kind of hard with the auto harvesting normally, but with farming mods, since it just makes them hit over and over, you can fly around and get stuff really quickly. So again, I still very well may use it. But those are some very good changes to the vanilla side. Like I don't use the farming mod on single player stuff or if I'm recording a series, so that'll be very helpful. Then there's some other stuff. So on the balance side, some updates are on the way that should help smooth out certain areas while reintroducing a bit of variety. Touch on a few examples. Mech blueprints will be tinkerable again. I never did this, but I knew there was some goofy bug that allowed you to get really good mechs. I think they fixed that to some extent, but like you can now tinker with them again. So I don't know. I don't tinker very much, but for somebody that wants to do that, that is available again. We've made some adjustments to Tesla turret stun. I haven't used those too much. Some of these are PvP based. I don't know. I don't use too much, but reduce the poison damage and tune down the HP on the Dreadnoughtus. That'll be interesting because they are pretty damn tanky. So probably a good change just because they were so powerful, but it is going to make them a little less... like they're just freaking, as everyone always called them, they're like Titan killers. I wonder how much weaker they'll be now. How much lower the HP will be. But we'll see. You'll also see a slight speed increase to the Quetzals. Love that. And health buffs for Spinosaur, Mammoth, and Brontos. Interesting. Interesting there. And finally, because it's too hot to keep to ourselves, this is another cool one. The Phoenix will soon be breedable. It's been a long requested edition, and we're excited to see what kind of fire-fueled bloodlines you start hatching. That's awesome. I was saying this earlier in the stream. I've rarely tamed a Phoenix because you only have the one then, and they're kind of a pain to go find. I don't know. I've never really spent too much time on them, but now if I can breed them, heck yeah. So we're gonna get some Phoenixes for sure. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. These are just going over some of the mods, which I guess is there anything cool that I didn't see. Aberrant, did I say aberrant cats? That's kind of cool. Like an aberration cat. Captain Fat Dog. Got a Griffin Trap. Wolves of Lance got a... Oh, that's really cool. Wolves of Lance and Etho are such good builders. Picture too. I don't know, but cool stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like this one. They took all the, like... They decorated, like, all the holiday events. I like that. Cool. What's that? Is that anybody? I don't know. Alright, anyways, let's get back to the game. I just want to show that off. I think so. I believe it's only on Scorched Earth. Because I did use my gene scanner here because I wasn't sure if it was on Ragnarok, but I don't think I saw any on. Alright. Turn that off. Back to the game window there. Alright, so let's show the harvesting thing I was talking about. Do I have a solo farm mod? I'm gonna start without it. Then we'll change to using it. Alright, so by default on vanilla, you can pick up if anybody doesn't know this, you can pick up an Anki, Dodic, or a Beaver. And as long as you go by the certain nodes, it can attack them. And actually, hold on, this is another thing I think with the auto attacking, is I don't think these don't hit normal rocks, right? So like if you wanted to go flint farm, you can't do that. But with the solo farming mod, you can, because it'll swing at anything. You can break this. You can break trees and get thatch. So that's kind of another reason that's kind of a cool... Still probably going to be a cool thing to use, but let's go find a metal node. I'm right there. But metal, crystal, all those things, if you fly up to it with an Anki, it'll attempt to start auto-harvesting. But it's, like I said, it's a little weird getting the right position, and again, as of right now until next week, and how it's always been, is for some reason they decided at 50%, when the Anki has 50% weight being used, it'll stop auto-harvesting. Very annoying, but that was in those QOL updates, is that apparently now fill it all the way up, which is how it should have been. Go see how easily I can get one of these. I don't know, sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I struggle. Yeah, you can see like it's not... Doesn't want to do it. About this one. Yeah, like I can't get it. Can't get it to hit these. There it goes. So this is what I mean about like it's not very consistent. Can't. I wish, I was saying yesterday, I wish they changed it where like there was a button when you were carrying something. They added some sort of button or like control click or something like that you could actually just manually control. The creature that you're trying to collect resources with, I think would be a cooler idea. But anyways, the solo farming mod, again, if you're on a modded server, this is where I was talking about. It's got this whole chart of like you can do inclusions or exclusions. In this case, I have inclusions, which means it'll collect anything that I have checked in here. So I think I have pretty much all the things that like an Anki would potentially collect, and it might be missing something, but I got most of them. And once you have that set, you click on, left click on the creature. It says changes were applied to the Anki, and it adds a little farming thing to its radial menu. We can start farm mode, and then you'll see it'll just start attacking. Again, looks kind of goofy. It's a little cheaty if you use that for fighting, because you can literally use that to go kill stuff now too. Don't do that, but you can if you wanted to. Oh, and that's, yeah, TF Mango. That's what this does. And then yeah. You can do that. You can just go around and smack stuff. So again, sounds like they're adding some of these changes to vanilla after the next update, but again, I don't think it'll do this. It won't probably do the big filtering. It'll just do some like Anki specific things, like it'll say only collect metal, and then it won't collect stone. Like that's going to be the benefit there. But yeah, this is super, especially if you play solo and you're on unofficial. I think this is a great mod. It just makes farming a little less tedious, actually very much less tedious. Jack, what's going on? What is this on? What do you mean? The game itself for the mod? We're playing Ark Survival Ascended, and yeah, we're on, I'm on Steam, yeah. I'm on PC. My cluster is crossplay though. There are people that play on PS5 and Xbox on this server too. The mod's called Solo Farm Mod. Like I said, very highly, and you can do this with any creature too. So I should add, there's a lot of things that I don't. Oh, glad you found the Twitch side. The only bummer with the Twitch side is if you're not subbed, it'll give you ads every now and then. But I don't think it's super often. I think it's like every half hour or something. That's the only bummer there. But yeah, it's I like seeing the full screen better. How boosted is it? We have 3 times for most things, so resource gathering and taming is at 3 times. Our breeding is significantly higher, like literally like 100 times maturation and stuff like that. So you can breed almost, you can breed instantly to where like they'll have an egg or start gestating or whatever. That period doesn't take very long, and then the raising is sped up quite a bit. It still takes time. Like you take like a carch, still takes maybe like almost 2 hours. But that's 2 hours compared to like what does a carch take on vanilla? Like a week. Like it takes a very long time. So it is very sped up from official, just because I love breeding, but I do not love the time sink of it. Like I want to be able to, if I want to focus on breeding, I want to do a breeding project and actually like make some progress within, you know, a couple hours or whatever. I don't want to spend months of my time like trying to breed up a good line. Do we get good pop? I have about 60 people that are subscribed, but definitely not that many that play. It's actually pretty for me. Again, I'm a small content creator, so like I don't expect to be huge. But I will say, since the drop of Ragnarok, we've been probably the most busy we've been, because a lot of people love Ragnarok. So we've probably had, I don't know, most nights we've had like probably 7 to 10 people on. And throughout the day, various people are, and that's like on one map. Like we've had that many on Ragnarok. Sometimes there's people that are still playing on some of the other maps in the cluster too. But typically, like no, most of the time I only have like, I don't know, like 3 to 5 people most of the time. But with Rag, it's been a little bit more populated lately. Do we have ORP? What's ORP, Mango? Giga takes forever. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like I mean, part of me, I understand it. Like it makes things a little too easy. Offline raid protection. I don't. It is something maybe we could do. I don't know. Like I was explaining earlier, we're PvP settings because of certain in-game settings, and like I said, we like to be able to pull like little pranks on each other. If you're into that, we put like a Discord channel to opt in. Like if you are okay with people doing little goofy things. But again, it's not supposed to like, no one's supposed to destroy your base, kill your tames, or anything like that. Like the most you do, like the other day, I broke in someone's house and I cut their hair. That was about the extent of the goofiness. So I didn't yet because we haven't needed it. People have been playing by the rules, and either 99% of the time nobody messes with anybody anyways, or if they do, like I said, it's something goofy like that. Like one day I came out of my base on stream and somebody put some of the plant species Y traps or whatever. So I kept getting trapped under the ground, but they were just, again, it didn't kill me, it didn't kill anything, it was just funny. So I don't have it. If it becomes a problem, we could investigate it, but again, my hope is that on our small server of people that I've gotten to know pretty well, that I don't think it's really going to be too big of an issue. Because the problem with that is if you do want to do the goofy stuff, like then it protects it too much. Like I can't break somebody's thatch roof to break in and cut their hair or something like that. But again, if it becomes a problem, we might investigate that. Mates joined a server, just try to get back into Ark. Always looking for. Well, awesome. Well, yeah, if you're ever interested, feel free to reach out, give it a shot. A video, or when did you tame the pyro main? I tamed it. I don't think I have that on video. I do need a better pyro main. Maybe we go try to do that right now. If you didn't already, TF Mango or anybody else, if you're ever interested in joining the community cluster or just following me, like when I post new videos or when I go live, check out the link tree in my bio. It should be on the bio of any platform that you're on. It has my Discord. Join my Discord because I always post when I go live. I always post if I do new videos, and especially if you end up joining the server, that's where we all talk and chat and stuff like that. So feel free to join that if you haven't already. But yes, what I was just saying about the pyro main is I need a better one, so maybe we'll go look for one. Take a quick break. I know I didn't do very much resource gathering yet. I know I said that's what I was going to be focusing on right now, and now I'm sidetracking myself, but it's okay. We can do that. All that metal. Let's get this cooking, though. I do want to be making progress there. But we do not have very much wood. Let's do a wood run first. That way I can be burning the metal and getting charcoal and all that stuff at the same time as we go out to look for a better pyromane. That would be the smart decision. Oh, what'd I do with my beaver? Wasn't a good one if I did. Wait, did I throw them all out here maybe? Oh, I did. I threw all my resource gatherers out here. By watching you, I learn a lot. Well, nice. That I can be of assistance. I love playing and I love nerdily talking about stuff, whatnot. So feel free if you ever have a question. I don't know that I'll have all the answers, but if you ever have a question, do ask it, and if I can answer, I will. So, like in this case, you can see I just changed it to do wood and thatch, which you harvesting mode that we just did with the inky. Grab our good old RG here, pick you up, and we're just gonna go smack some trees. So again, very, very nice. Again, especially for the solo farmer that doesn't have a group of people collecting resources. It's very nice. Or even a group, obviously. A group of people collecting resources with this is very nice too. But again, especially if you're solo and collecting tons of... Are you breaking that? Is that just a very strong tree? Why are you not... Goes. Not breaking. That must have gotten a lot of wood from one tree because that tree did not break. Yeah, the new bison is a beast. I have some okay ones. I need to get a few better stats in the mix, but I have some pretty good level ones. I started breeding those. I'll have to do a bit more breeding. Like I said, track down a couple extra or better levels of them, and then I'll definitely use those a lot more than I've been because they are pretty darn cool. They're very strong. That knockback is very strong. They're pretty tanky. You can shoot off of them. Yeah, they're very good creatures. What's up, Dizzy Cowgirl? How are you? We're just gonna hit a couple more. This should be plenty. Trees are taking so many hits. I'm sure we have a lot of wood. We'll check that Dodic. Though I was just saying I need better ones. 85 now. Not very good. The Dinotherium is pretty cool too. They're a pain in the butt though to both to deal with, especially when you're starting off and you don't have like a really strong tame. They always bully me, and then I don't know if you guys have had this issue. I keep having issues taming them. Like I can feed them like up to about 50%. So like I know how to do it. I know you wait for those little gestures that it does or emotes, and then you go in and you feed it the beer, or it takes the beer from you, I should say. But for some reason, I always get them like about halfway, maybe farther, and then they just stop taming. Like they still take my beer, they still do what they're supposed to do, but then the taming bar never continues. I've had that happen on like 3 or 4 of them in a row. I don't know why that is. I have managed to tame one, so I've done it. But for some reason, more often than not, mine are like broken. So they're kind of annoying me. But aside from that, I do think they're cool, but definitely a little bit annoying too at the same time. Ooh, go in there. Oh, and as far as the colors, I don't know if you heard me comment on this before. You said that the beaver had some cool colors, but I do have the summer event still on our server, or our cluster. So a lot of these cool colors are because we have that summer event running. Aren't from like breeding these or anything. These are crazy colors on their own. Let's do one run of stone too, just so that I do feel like I did a little bit of what I said I was going to do, and then we're going to go for that pyromane. Farming mod again. Let's... One we're going to want to change to preset 3. Stone. Put you on farm mode. Match it. Oh, and then I need to fill before I leave. Remind me, I got to put the wood in the. I'll be honest. I haven't done much resource gathering with them. I assume they probably get like kind of like a. I don't know. They're not exactly like a mammoth, but I'm gonna assume they get you wood and thatch and stuff if you knock down trees. I imagine they get you. Why am I going for trees? I imagine they get you berries and stuff like that. But otherwise, I think they're very good, like, pack creatures to go around with. I think they buff your, like, if you have them in a group with you, they buff different things, like, probably maybe melee damage and defense or something along those lines. They're pretty strong on their own. I don't know. Again, since I've had such an issue taming them, they're kind of frustrated me. So even though I have the one, I think I neglected it because I couldn't get other ones to breed, and I don't know, it was just a pain in the butt. So I need to mess with them again at some point. Right now, they're just big bullies that that tick me off a little bit. But if I could tame them normally, I would probably really like them. I just always, like I said, I've been having too many weird, buggy issues trying to tame it. Steals all my beer, which takes a really long time to make. Steals my beer and it doesn't even tame up. Yeah, and I've done that. Like, I mean, and I appreciate the tips, but like I did, like I've looked so many things up thinking I'm doing something wrong. I've literally waited multiple times until they do all 3 of those. And I make sure the trunk isn't back and the ears aren't folded so it's not angry. And I run up to it, like I said, it takes the beer and everything, and it just doesn't progress. Like, it does 1 or 2 times, and then if I need to do it, like, let's say 3 or 4 to finish the tame, it'll do it 1 or 2 times, and then it just doesn't do it again. But again, it still steals my beer, so I lose all my beer that I took forever to like craft up or to get produce. And then all my beer's gone, and it never tamed up because it just stayed at like 50% or wherever I got it to. Full color Dodic too. I don't know what it is. Now, to be fair, I only did it on Atlantis, so part of me was wondering if maybe, I mean, I don't know why Atlantis would be, it's a mod map, but I was like, maybe something's bugged on Atlantis, so maybe I just try it on a different map. But I don't know, it did kind of work on Atlantis, so why it would just stop specific to a mod map, I don't know, but I don't know. Very weird. I don't think so, T25, because I thought that too, so I did just keep feeding it, but then like I got to a point where I fed it like 15 times when I only probably should have fed it like 3 more times, and I was like, okay, clearly this isn't working because it didn't tame up, because I did think that too. I was like, maybe it's still taming, it's just not showing it, but no, that thing took like all of my beer, was still saying it wasn't tamed, so I don't know, it's goofy, a little bit goofy, it's a little frustrating. I usually don't have too bad of luck. I know I always watch videos on YouTube where people have issues with some of the taming mechanics. I don't usually have too big of an issue. I think that's the first time I've really struggled to get one of them to do at least what I think it's supposed to do. I've done good with the Gigaraptors. I've done good with anything else that has a unique taming method. Shastosaurus, and anything that's weird like that. But that one I struggle at. And it wasn't just one. Like, I did it. I tamed one. I was all excited. And then I did like 3 or 4 more in a row on Atlantis because I was hoping to breed them. And like all of them kept kind of doing the same thing. T25, you're the man. Yeah. But where we go on the Pyromane. But 1,000, just because again, one, we're going to need quite a bit to keep the fires going. But I also am doing this to get the charcoal. So I want to burn the wood. I wants to burn the wood so we can make, so we're running out of simple rifle ammo and stuff like that. I know there's the charcoal trees on this map too. I'll have to, I have not harvested those yet. I don't know how lucrative that is. Like what, does anybody know what tame gets the most out of that? Is it a wood gatherer that gets charcoal from the trees, or is there something better? But I'm not far from those either. So that actually could be a really good source of charcoal. Alright, for the Pyromane, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's bring my sword. Maybe we'll take that shotgun, one of these shotguns. See if I have some shotgun shells. Shotgun shells. I don't think I used a shield before, but that's probably not a bad idea. In case I start getting whacked by it. I think I'm gonna put my Pyromane. You know what? I don't have to put you away. Let's take you. You'll just be my backup. I'll put you on passive though, so that you don't attack. So we got food, water. Take the Griffin. Actually, no. Let's take an Argent, because the Argent we can pick it up if we need to. if it's not by the water, we can pick up a pyromane and actually like bring it over to the water. RGs are. My direwolves are. Let me go look. I know they're not. I haven't done too much work on the direwolf line yet, but I mean, I have a couple okay stats on. 38 looks like, and I might even have another thing that I need to get in the mix here, but it looks like my current breeding pair is 238, and it looks like I have 39 health, 39 stamina, 39 weight, and 41 melee is what I currently have right now. Again, there might be another stat in there. I'd have to go through all my direwolves to see if I have anything else better in the mix. I just started snatching those yesterday, so I got some work to do there. And direwolves are easy. Yeah, definitely going to be an easy thing to find on this map because there's so many of them. You fly over the snow area, there's like 100 of them, so you just have to use your spyglass and figure out where the good ones are. The toilet is one of the most powerful things to have in the game, which is hilarious, but you can do two things from it. You can, number one, so surprised I got a 275 without mutation. Oh yeah, with breeding the stats together. So two things you can do. Using a pickaxe, is that you talking about? Oh, a mantis is best for charcoal trees using a pickaxe. Okay, we'll have to do that then eventually because there's charcoal trees all over the place right here by my base. That would actually be a very smart thing to harvest. Probably shouldn't be over this when it's about to explode because it doesn't always look red like this. This means it's about to explode, right? Just saying though. Yeah, I should get a mantis though to come over here and harvest charcoal. Why is it exploding over there? Didn't it explode? Is there another volcano? I thought it would have exploded from like this section right here. Why is it coming over there? I've seen it explode, but I've never been this close when it was doing it. I assumed it was coming from this area. Oh, direwolves. I was just saying, there's so many of them. You go with the spyglass, and like you'll easily be able to pick up a ton of max level ones. Oh, Megatherium. I don't have a Megatherium either, so I don't have any. Oh, there's another. Oh, maybe there's a few smoke spots, I guess. I don't know. I assumed it was that other spot, I guess. All right, let's keep an eye out. There could be pyromanes all over here. They've actually already been looking there. 25, not you. 20. Not very good. That's pretty much, I think that's the level that the one was that I already tamed was a level 20. Terrible. 25. What is with these pyromanes? We have very good levels on Ragnarok, but for some reason when I go pyromane hunting, they're all the lowest pyromane. I found one good pyromane the other day, and unfortunately I was like mid-taming process and it just bugged out and like disappeared on me. What happened to it? I did not kill it. Still had plenty of health. It just vanished into thin air. Very strange. To check here. Poop pyromane levels. I mean, if all I find is poop, I might try to tame one just because I have one. I'd like to have a breeding pair, so maybe just the opposite gender if I can find one, but appreciate finding a slightly better level. Five was the highest we found so far. Definitely a lot of pyros on this map, so that part's good if you're going pyro hunting, but very for some reason. 90. I might snag in the 90. Just struggling to. Have a cool color too, I guess. Now, I could technically fight you here because it's raining right now, so you're actually already doused, but can't I pick you up? I know I can pick up pyromanes. Apparently can't pick you up. I would like to take you by the ocean or let you attack me. Really? Eve. Oh my gosh, that was my fault. That was bad aim. Bad aim on that. Oh my gosh. I've picked these up before. Why can't I pick you up? There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to lose you on the tree, aren't I? Nope. Okay, we're good. That was very messy. Come on, let's check while we're flying. Yeah, just no surprise. We haven't found one. We found like 10 of them so far, and none of them are over 100. Just crazy on Ragnarok. The hardest part of, although hold on, maybe I'll fly over. I'm gonna fly to a totally different place. There's not a lot of creatures to kill over here, so really the best place, especially since he's not on fire right now. If I can bring a pyro. Oh, there's a 135. Dude, that actually might be the one that disappeared on me. That's where I was. That's where I was, but I where it disappeared. Hold on, we're gonna snatch that one. Let me get my. Oh, I can't get it back here. Let me get my stamina back, and then we're gonna pick that up. We're gonna take it over to the Highlands, where there's a lot more creatures for me to fight. I do not. Hyper, are you still in the... Can I still talk to you? Are you still in the VC as well? Or not the VC? I don't think I have any left over. I can make some, but it takes like an hour to make it. I used it on my wyverns. Wait, that's the 90. Wait a second. There you are. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't have any ready. You don't, and again, just to make sure you know, you don't technically need it. I mean, I did it just because I wanted to follow the normal rules. So if you still want to do that, you can do that too. But like I said, between the, between our what's the word? Our maturation rates, it gets to juvenile before. Oh, there's a 130. We're gonna try this one first. Maybe we'll come back for that one. Although they both. Oh. With our maturation rates, it gets to juvenile before it dies, so you don't have to feed it the milk then. And then the for imprints, if you have the nanny will actually handle the imprints. So you don't need milk. But again, I personally do it just because I feel like it's cheating without it. So I still get the milk before I raise a wyvern, even though you don't really need it on our server. Is this a good game? I love this game. I've been playing this game for basically the better part of 10 years now, between the original version and then now this remastered version. I love it. It is my favorite game. Survival is my favorite genre, and this is definitely my favorite survival game. Yes, it is. There's people that play on console, so PS5, Xbox, and PC. I will do a word of warning. I mean, if you're already playing on console, you probably already know, but I'll give a word of warning. Our console players definitely have a lot more issues. Not because of my server, but just because of Ark in general. Xbox seems to have the most issues. PS5 has been pretty smooth, but as of the last update, it does seem like that's actually struggling quite a bit. We've had most of our PS5 players have been crashing a lot over the last week or so. But it is crossplay, so you can try it. They're just not, again, they're just not. Yeah, in T25, like you said, if you're on an official server, or you don't have the rates we have and stuff like that, a Daedon or like a Snow Owl is another way to raise the wyverns without using milk potentially. Well, like I said, on our server, technically you don't need any of it because we have maturation rates that are fast enough that it gets to juvenile real quick. And then, like I said, we have the cyber structure Annie, which does imprinting for us. Again, OP. I wouldn't use it for a normal playthrough, but the community cluster, it's kind of nice. I did see that hyper. I'm hoping that that is the issue. Hopefully that does resolve the reason you guys were crashing. It's weird because they put out a patch saying that that was something they fixed on all platforms, but like I never crashed on Steam, but yet they had a Steam patch that said they fixed that same issue. I don't know what. Again, just hopefully that does actually fix it. Why is there not a lot of creatures on? Every other time I've come over here, there's been like 100 Brontos, which would have been really good for killing stuff with this Pyromane. Anything. A couple, there's some Stegos and stuff, but not as many as I was hoping. The whole reason I came over here. Oh, I should have reloaded first. There we go. Now again, the hope is just that I can find some stuff to kill. Figure though, I can do the dodos to keep the thing go. Maybe I do a dodo real quick just to get the refresh the timer. Got 60 seconds. I really want. Oh, there's a Bronto. All right, here's a couple more things. Burn, baby, burn. I'll catch up on the comments here after this team. Just give me a moment. Focus a little bit here. Okay, there's quite a few creatures. That just was looking a little barren. I wasn't too getting a little bit nervous. So for anybody that doesn't know the taming mechanics of these, you got to get them wet, which I was lucky it was actually raining right now, but you can drop them in the water. You can throw one of those water grenades at them or whatever. But you douse their fire, you fight them until they're like, I don't know what, 50% or lower or 30% or lower, something like that. It'll do a little roaring mechanic or oh, what did I just what did I do? Oh, I got dismounted by the oh, 1 second. I got dismounted by the Stego. Didn't even think about that. Get my RG back out. And then you attack things after you've mounted it. You attack it to build up the flame power thing. And then you do the, I can't remember what the power's called, but it's like a flame absorb thing. You absorb it to do the taming process. Think about the whole Stego thing. Oh, come back! Oh, no. Oh, now it came back. Come to me! Oh, there's a riding cooldown. Hold on, I can't even ride it yet. Oh, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. That's actually pretty long, too. That's a bummer. All right, I guess we're just going to chill here for a second. Also, you can cryo it. That resets the prerequisites for imprinting. We have that turned off. Although maybe vanilla cryos may do that. But I have it turned off with Dino Depot because that's pretty cheap, too. Yeah, before you can do the whole riding part again. Just send you out in the middle of the water for a second. For charcoal trees, griffins are supposed to be good. Oh, I have griffins, so that's okay. Third for the mantis. Oh, how did you get here so fast? Yeah, stay right there. Cool down 224. Time, man. Go to. Set a timer for. There, I don't know. I don't have to keep staring at it. Tell me when it's time. Well, that's a bummer. Like I said, I didn't even think about the stego. I guess I should stay away. Well, you don't always have a choice, but there was more stuff there. I will try to avoid the stegos this time. I only have to kill like 1 or 2 more. We're pretty close. I don't know if how much that is going to affect my taming percentage. Hopefully not too much, like the efficacy. Well, it didn't reset the tame. Like, you can see the taming progress is still very high, 89.6%. But I don't know what it does. Oh, unless that's what you're telling me. I don't know what it does for the efficiency. I didn't cool down in 1 minute. Do it again. Yeah, so if you get dismounted, I don't think it resets the taming percentage or anything like that, but you have to wait a certain amount of time to attempt to do the mount again, which means you got to bring it back to the water. You have to get it back to the low health, and then you have to mount it again. So you got to kind of go through the whole process again if you get knocked off. But you can get knocked off in 1 of 2 ways. You can get knocked off via like that, like I got knocked off by a stego, or there's a timer that you have to fight stuff quick enough. If you don't fight stuff quick enough, it'll just boot you off too. So you have to make sure you're killing stuff fast, which is why I brought it all the way over here, is I wanted to make sure there was enough creatures for me to fight, or it'll keep dismounting you if you can't find stuff to eat. 15 seconds. Then I'm going to need to lure you away a little bit so I can get on my... need to get my RG cryoed up. Gone out. Oh, I didn't reload again. Okay, there we go. Alright. I can't tell what my taming efficiency is. At the 89.6, maybe I did. Or no, 98.6 I think is the efficiency. But I think we got it. I think we're okay. Pronto. This will do it. 12 seconds. Go. Yeah, that little timer next to the thing. I got 9 seconds to do a flame absorb. Let's get you absorbed a little bit. And before it goes to 0, let's flame absorb. There we go. It resets the timer. We're at... oh, it did go down a little. I don't know. You should still come out a pretty decent level. Far better than my level 20 that we tamed. That's for sure. There we go. And then left control tame. There we go. What level did you come out? You came out 198. So not amazing, but not bad. I kind of want to go see, is this male or female? It's female. I don't want to go see if we can find that other one. Unless it's the same gender, then it's not that good. But if it's the opposite gender, I kind of think it was a female too, though. Yeah, I have a female on me. I have a female in my inventory. I kind of think that other one was one of those. Your autumn. I already have an autumn. Go. What kind of drakeling were you? Oh, you're right there. Oh, it's a spring drakeling. Wait, what did that? That's a 150 spring drakeling. Hold on. Come here. The 150 spring drakeling. Oh, I did not bring my sickle. No. I always do this. Oh, I have a shoulder pet. I always do this with the sickle. Here. Back here. Please come back here. Like me, I have the torch out. Yeah, I have the autumn and I have a winter. There we go. Harvesting experience. Okay, you come with me. I don't think I have my sickle on me. I only have this. Yeah, I usually or just scared the crap out of me. I usually harvest a bunch of fiber, and then when it asks me to craft stuff, I craft the drawing paper. Works really well. Oh, I also don't have mutton. I don't really have good food for this thing either. That's kind of unfortunate. Not come prepared. This is not what I was thinking we were going to be taming, right? Doing this because I want some fiber for that drawing paper. Oh, there's a dreadmare out here too. I am at 1282.8. I mean, I'm going to be moving around a little bit, but that's where I am right now. Yeah, that only did 5. Although if I kill, I mean, I'd still take the mutton, but if I kill like the Bronto or something, or maybe get some prime meat. Drawing paper. Look at this. You only need to craft 3 of these. Does the whole, and all this takes is 8 fiber. So for 8 fiber 3 times, it does the whole crafting experience requirement. So that's definitely my tip. If you've been struggling to craft a whole bunch of stuff to make this one, make the crafting paper or drawing paper. Easy peasy. Still experience. All right. We do got our body. Wish I had my better a better shotgun. Oh. Oops. Crafting experience. You know what I'm gonna actually do? I'm not gonna do this too fast. I'm gonna wait because Hyper I think's bringing me some mutton. This is a chance that we would actually find Avis around here, but I don't see, so I'll still take him up on that offer. But I will wait because you just need to not let that timer expire. So I'll space this out so that hopefully I have the mutton. I won't do as many action. I have the mutton. That makes sense. Dreadmare are an interesting tame. Yeah, Dreadmare are cool. I just never. It takes forever. You got to make sure you have all those tributes and stuff, and I haven't done that as often as I want. I will do one on Ragnarok here sometime soon. I'll have to look at what levels are out there. Got 1 more minute. I think I'm gonna craft that paper just because I don't know how long it takes. It takes a little bit to craft. Don't want to miss it. Craft the drawing paper. There's the Dreadmare. I want to see what level that is. Not gonna mess it up by going. Good one. Eat it in 20 seconds. So foggy. Yes, you can. You can breed the Dreadmare. You. 21%. What do you want me to do this time? Harvest experience. All right, we'll get my pick back out and we'll do rocks. This is a great spot to do this, though. There's enough creatures. Like, a lot of times when I find these, there's not... A lot of times you're, like, in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing to kill. When you get the kill experience one, you, like, can't find anything to kill. Alright, we're gonna wait again. If Hyper gets here. The next time it tells me to kill something, I will kill that Bronto, though, because, like I said, it'll give me prime meat. Can you breed Drakelings? Yes, you can. And you can actually breed, there's like 4 different seasonal Drakelings. You can actually breed like the different seasons together. I think you only get a baby though based on like what, like I had a spring and winter one. Or sorry, I had an autumn and winter one, and I think like you only can get then an autumn or winter baby. It's like random. I don't think you can get the spring one if you're doing autumn and winter, and vice versa. You have to have the one in there. But you can breed them together though. Like you don't need 2 spring ones or 2 winter ones. Hints. Do. Crafting experience. Alright, let's use drawing paper. That. Buy a Bronto. Buy a Bronto. And I'm at, right now, because I didn't move too much, but I'm at 12.3, 82.9 right now. Hey, there you are. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I owe you a breeding session or a Drakeling, one of the two, whatever you want. That's you. If I get it. If I can finish it. Named right now. Harvest experience. Alright. Gax back out. And for anybody, if you haven't watched this taming process, you can't mount back up. It would be far easier if you could mount a creature for the kills and stuff, but you can't. The minute you hop on a creature, it jumps off your shoulder and leaves. Yeah, I did see the baby Parasaur out there. Okay. You just drop something, Hyper? I don't know if you dropped something. I didn't see it. I don't know what it was. Kill experience. Okay, let's get the... At least we have a good rifle this time, though. Oh, hold on. Let me come back then after a second. Or did you even see it? Did it go through the ground or something? There's been a bug where stuff has gone through the ground. I wonder if the sickle just did that, or it vanished. No worries. Well, I appreciate it. Don't think I'm gonna be able to kill you. I'm gonna try to just kill you. Hold on. Hopefully you're not a really high level. Wait, why am I missing? Why didn't it hit? Running. They're looking pretty bloody. There you go. Okay, we're at 56%. Harvest experience. All right. Backs back out. Tree or another rock. We'll be up momentarily. I'm gonna aim this Drakeling. Oh. 6%. Kill experience. I'm gonna kill that Icty. I know it's not gonna give me much, but Icty deserve to die. Oh no! What? Yeah, that's right. That was like clear as day. I got that. Oh. Mad Mama. The PT, they give you a pretty decent amount. Oh! I think you were gonna survive that. You're too far away now. Dang it. I don't need that much XP. I don't want to waste the Bronto. Something smaller that I can kill. I don't waste the Bronto. Oh, there we go. Parasaur. Alright, 75%. Harvest experience. Can I harvest? What does it do harvesting a body? Good. %. We're getting there. Of course, we're slowly running out of. We're gonna have to run and look for creatures after this. What level are you? Crazy. 55. Let's shoot my bird. I think I shot my bird. Alright, we gotta find something else in case it wants to kill again. Okay, it wants crafting experience. Let's actually do the drawing paper real fast, and then while that's crafting, I don't have to feed it yet, but we're gonna run around until we find some other... Actually, this might be enough. We're at 95%. Maybe this will be enough to do it. I'm still gonna run and find a creature first, though, just in case. In case it's not and it wants to kill something, I want to attempt to be prepared for that. I think it might be enough, though. I think we're gonna tame. A bunch of PTs, but those are unreliable. If they're off the ground, I might not be able to get them. I did. This area was booming when I was here yesterday or 2 days ago when I was taming the last Karch. I came over here with the Karch because there was just so much food. There was like 20 Brontos and like all sorts of things. But you're right, it looks a little bit barren right now. The turtle. All right, we have a turtle and we have some PTs, so maybe that's enough. Let's see if this tames it. There we go. It did. It was enough. Sweet. Here, spring Drakeling. What do you do? On my shoulder. Come here. Stop. There we go. All right, what does the spring Drakeling do? What is its powers? Put on our little backpack thing. Come here for a second. All right. I need to look at my inventory, my buffs, I guess, right? All right, so we have the aspect of spring, which is plus 1% or plus 15 health regen, minus 10% stamina consumption. This is very powerful. I was watching somebody on YouTube, and I think even if you're an ice cube, I think this like offsets the ice cube, like it doesn't kill you, which we can test. Then it's got the draconic knowledge, same one that we were doing with the other. But okay, I kind of want to test that. So we're gonna fly back home. I kind of want to look for that. No, you know what? I'm going to skip that pyro because I do need to go upstairs for a little bit. The rest of my family's up now. And it was like a 130. Honestly, at this point, I would love to find like a 145 or a 150. But I do want to test the snow. So we're going to pop through the snow real fast. I'm going to take my fur off and see if it keeps us alive because I kind of think it does. We'll fly home and I'll take a break here for a little bit. I gotta go do some work outside too. Back streaming later tonight. Can you use tames, like make a box in the water, put the pyro in, take it to... I think so. I think you can kill tames. So yes, if you set it up properly, I think you could do that. All right, so all I need now, I think it's summer, is that the fire one? Whatever the fire one is, that's the only type of drakeling that I don't have yet. And almost all of them have been max or near max level. Like, they've all been pretty good. Need that fire, need a fire one. I have pretty good horses, but I always check. I'm gonna guess the fire ones are in the desert, right? So we'll have to go to the desert at some point. We'll do that later tonight. Go to the desert because then I'll have all the types of drakeling. At that point, I think we got everything new. We got an ice wyvern. We have the drakeling. We'll have every drakeling at that point. I have the veil winds. I think that was it, right? There's nothing else. If there's any other new creatures to... I need to get more of the wyverns. I mean, those aren't new though. Like the fire, lightning, and poison. I think I have one poison. I have ice wyverns. I have fire wyverns that I funnily I stole the eggs. Jace abandoned one of his houses, but he forgot to get a bunch of fertilized eggs laying on the ground. So I took some of the fertilized eggs. But I don't think I'm actually gonna use them. I'm gonna go tame my own. But it was funny. I just saw him sitting out there, so I stole them. Not stealing if you leave it behind, though, right? Can we breed our spring drakelings together? Sure. Or you can breed. You don't have to breed the same season. So if you actually, oh, you gotta be shitting me. Sorry, language. Can't pass up a 140 right now, and I need a male, right? All of mine were female. All right, never mind. I said I was done with the. I like your colors too. Oh, go. That I was done, and I'm gonna be done soon. Hold on. I can't not attempt this. Ark. Problem is, I don't know, like, so there's not a lot of creatures. Not a lot of creatures laying around. Wait, you know what? Let's go to my house. There's a decent amount of stuff right around my house, and there's a pond there, so I can actually drop it in the pond. Is that... Did you just see that? So the drakeling... That's awesome. The drakeling health. Oh. Not good. That was really close. Oh, that was very close. The drakeling health boost was enough to keep my my Argent from taking any damage, because when you're mounted, it actually passes on to the tame that you're on. And yeah, my Argent like healed over time the Wait, is that somebody? Why is there a drake or a wyvern so close to me but not attacking me? Very confused. Is that somebody on there? What is going on? I don't even know how to speak right now. It offset the burning damage. Like, he just ended up healing himself back up. Was that somebody? Like, why was it so close but not attacking me? That's very strange. And that, unless that was you, Hyper. Was that you? I thought you had a more colorful drake or wyvern though. Can we? I already read that part. What's up, Jace? How you doing? Can you use tames? Like, I already read that part. I feel like I missed a message somewhere. What was it? Oh, you're talking about the charcoal. Fire wyverns are good for charcoal, but theory better than griffin. Okay. Yeah, that's super awesome. Dude, that's actually really good on the Argent. So every time that I carry stuff back, when you're carrying it, you're always getting attacked. Well, not always, but sometimes you're getting attacked by like the creature that you're carrying. Having that spring Drakeling give that heal over time is amazing because it'll like keep you. It might keep you. I don't know if it'll be enough to keep you alive, but potentially could keep you alive while you're carrying something that's like tearing you apart. I question these things not, yeah. When are we supposed to get baby flyers? I don't know. Is that actually... I knew it was in like the original trailer, but then there never were baby flyers. Has there been any other word of actually getting baby flyers? I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. Like many other things that they've added in ASA, I have a love-hate relationship with the babies in general. I like the aspect of them being out there just because it adds to the immersion. Got like sunstroke right now. But I do feel like it makes things a little too easy. But I don't know. I think they're cool. I like them being out there. They're just very easy prime meat, and obviously they're easy tames at the beginning. Like you can get a lot of pretty good stuff like way quicker than you would have ever been able to. Well, like I said, I remember in the trailer, I think they showed like a baby Argent or something, but obviously that was long ago at this point. I haven't heard any other word of flyers, but maybe. Yeah, it'd be cool if they added like some of the flyers and some of the like water tames and stuff. Okay, hopefully there's enough stuff here. Yeah, it's a good level. It's pretty. It's a male, which is exactly what I needed. This could actually be amazing if I can manage to tame it. Wait. Oh, there you are. Water. You take enough damage? Are you ready to be... Wait, no. Over here. No. Yeah, come to me. There we go. Oh, he just ate something, but that's alright. Well, let's see if we tame it first, then we can figure out the name. Allie, you're going to be probably too fast. You're probably going to be too fast, too. Got here. Already a dead bear, so that doesn't help me very much. Everything that's here runs away. I didn't think this through very well. The Carno's almost dead. Gosh. There you go, compies. Thank you for being here, I guess. Oh, there's some good stuff. There's a Diplo. Oh, and a Dodic might be good. It'll ball up and maybe stay alive for a little bit. Come on, Megatherium, you can get in on the fun. Come over here. 8%. Three. Yeah, the Dodic is a good one. It was an awesome color, Megatherium. Not anymore. Oh, it doesn't take any more. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. Once they ball up, they don't take any more of the fire damage. All right, at least we got a Diplo, and I think I saw Parasaur. %. Five, nice. Do this one more. Aren't you taking any damage now? Hey! Sick. Now I can breed my pyromanes and I have a good male and female. That was a very successful. What a freaking good little run there. We got a 150 Drakeling spring, which I didn't have yet. We got a good male and a good female pyromane. It was a very successful little run there. See, this is why I keep not building my house, because I go out and about and there's so many like good levels and good stuff on Ragnarok that it keeps distracting me from my my house building goals. I need to not leave my house because it always distracts me too much. Sorry. All right, let's go home. I'm not looking at anything else. We're going home. I gotta go upstairs for a little bit. Yeah, that was like a very successful. That's kind of how my whole Ragnarok experience has been going. And I know it's because there's a lot of good levels on Ragnarok. So I think that's kind of why. But like, I've just had such good luck with the tames. Are you not in companion mode? Why did you hear the whole time? But that's all right. Go there. Go there. All right, I'm gonna do some breeding on these guys later. Maybe we'll do it now. I'll just leave them out. I'll put them on neutral just in case something like attacks. Have these breeding more. Not Tia. Let's check out the stats too. Wait. Next form. Breeding. Put you neutral and neutral, and oh, you can't put them on follow or they're not gonna breed. I was gonna have them follow something so that they stay. Oh, I could do a dino leash. Do I have stuff for a dino leash? I just want to make them so that they don't leave. Like if they do get in a fight, I don't want them to go too far away. All right, awesome. Yeah, let's use the dino leash. Dash you somewhere, so hopefully you don't get broken. Range. That's not bad. I just want them here to protect my resource gatherers and my house and stuff, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Sometimes they're not locked in there though. Like, what do I gotta do? Gonna mount and dismount. There we go. You have the little lock above your head. You have the little lock above your head. How do I? You have the lock. You have the lock. You guys don't, but you're on passive anyway, so it doesn't really. Okay, I think we're good. We're gonna let those breed. Let's take a look at their stats real fast. We have 30, nothing super good on this one. 30 melee, 39 weight. 39 weight isn't too bad. 33 health, 30 stamina. So not amazing on that one. Let's hope we got a better health or melee stat on this one. We got 38. Oh, there we go. 44 melee. So we have a good melee. 38 health is not amazing, but not the worst, I guess. So not bad. It's definitely far better than my little this one that I've been carrying around that literally has 5 points in health, 3 points in stamina, 2 in weight, and 3 in melee. So these will certainly be better. What were your traits? Have, oops, that's not usually my gene scan. Put the gene. I'm blind. I'm blind. Where did I put the gene? Did I lose my gene scanner? What? I mean, I can craft another one, I guess. Strange. I'm losing my mind. What did I do with my gene scanner? Where's your trait? Oh, level 3 fast learner. So that gives faster experience. Like I said, I'm getting so much more level 3s and level 2s. I don't know if that's just me, but I'm getting so many more than I ever got before. Why do you not have a trait? Okay, this one randomly doesn't have a trait. Weird. Okay, I got a traitless one apparently. It's just kind of strange, but all right, whatever. All right, well, I guess that's gonna be it. Like I said, for now, I gotta go upstairs. I gotta do some stuff. That looks very ugly. Let's go turn off the. But yes, I'm gonna take a break. I gotta go do some work outside, see the family, eat some lunch, do all that fun stuff. Be back probably later tonight. So hope you guys have a good one. And yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Later, guys.
I want the pain of payment. What's left but a section of pygmy-sized cuts, much like a slew of 1,000 unwanted fucks. Would you be my little cut? Would you